Hello, welcome back. Okay, today I'm reporting on TikTok news. Now, today what's trending on TikTok news is Morgan and her baby daddy, who is also known as the random man from Atlanta. Now, if you haven't heard, let me give you a quick rundown of the TikTok drama that's going on the TikTok. Okay, now I was scrolling through TikTok, minding my business, and on my For You page, this young lady and this cute little baby came across my page. On the page, she pretty much was saying, to me, I saw it as a birth control commercial. As she pretty much was showing all these bags she had on her arms, okay, and how she was hot, okay, how she was sweating, and how she was an ashy baby mama, and she started naming all about what she was wearing, how the influencers do. And then she turned around and she was showing all the bags that she had on her arms. She had the baby bag, she had a computer bag, she had her purse, she had a makeup bag, probably another type of bag. Okay, all the bags that the single mothers have to tote. Then she got to the baby, and she said, oh yeah, and this baby is from a random man from Atlanta. And so that kind of was the kicker. That kind of what got my attention. I'm like, random man from Atlanta. I didn't kind of know how to take that, because I get it, because the funny thing about this, when I saw her, it was really funny because I was just telling my daughter how, just taking a moment for a mother-daughter moment, just letting my daughter know that when she see her friend, or because one of her friends just had twins, and all that with the babies, and when you see the babies, how cute they are and how adorable they are, and you just don't see the behind the scenes story that comes with that cute, adorable little baby that the mother had to go through within the last 24, 48 hours, better yet, since the birth of the baby, or since conception. So I was kind of giving like a little birth control ad myself as a mother, being responsible to my daughter, and I was talking about that. So when I saw her, it was kind of funny that I was like, okay, let me show my daughter, because I was telling my daughter how hectic life is, and she kind of explained it real fast with all those bags and the cute little baby just sitting there. And so I was going to show it, but then something about the random man from Atlanta kind of caught me, and I'm like, wait a minute, why she say that? Because I felt two type of ways. First of all, I felt okay. I understood what she was saying, but not really. It was like, random man, was it a one night stand? What was it? And then I was like, well, why are you saying that in front of the baby? Because the baby, everybody think babies don't pay attention, and even though they may not understand everything and all that, but they kind of understand what you're saying in as far as the vibration that you give out. Like, if you happy, she'll be happy. If you sad, babies pick up sadness. And if you picking up disappointment, even though they don't know what disappointment is, they kind of picking up that it's not a good feeling. Mommy not feeling good about this feeling. So I know babies pick that stuff up. So when I saw her saying random man in Atlanta, and then referring to the baby, a part of me, the mother part of me, kind of like, I don't know how I felt about that. I felt like that was inappropriate a little bit. So I did, I scrolled back through her content and kind of seen what was going on with this and what made her say, the baby's from a random man from Atlanta in front of the baby like that. And then so I was scrolling through, and it just seemed like she probably was having a vulnerable moment one time, because her TikTok was totally different at the beginning. But then it seemed like she was having a vulnerable moment, maybe frustrated. And then she probably did a TikTok and said, the baby is from a random man in Atlanta. Probably, who knows? She probably had just had a dysfunctional conversation with her baby daddy right before she did the TikTok. And of course, it went viral. And because it went viral, let's just be real. TikToks go viral because something is different about TikTok that's different from other social media. Like, Instagram to me is fake. Okay, even though yes, it's your real picture, but girl, filter it out. Did all this, and set a scene, and what you put in this picture may not be what you're really doing in real life. Okay, it may not, even though you in that area, girl, but you probably just got through cussing your baby dad out, fighting and everything, and you just took a great Instagram picture. But TikTok, the thing about TikTok, what makes it different is the more vulnerable you are, the more people can relate to you. That makes your TikTok go viral, and that makes you go viral, and that makes people. So to me, TikTok is more relatable if you can relate. Like, like some stuff is unrelatable, like it's ridiculous. But some things can be relatable on TikTok. People are more vulnerable on TikTok. So, and it seemed like she was having one of those moments, okay? And that went viral. And since it went viral, she just stuck with it because, as a single mama, you're dealing with a single baby daddy, girl. That's if you communicating with him, it's toxic. It's frustrating. It's a roller coaster that you just want to get off, that you may not know that you need to get off, but you own it anyway, riding until you sick. Girl, it's dizzy. It's dizzy. It's very circus-like. So you got content for days. So she started making content about the random man from Atlanta, and she was just updating every day, and so she was just going viral, and it was a hit for her. So she just stuck with it, and people related to it, and then she became a trend because a lot of girls started saying that they got a random baby. They were pregnant by a random man from Kentucky, or a random man from Chicago, or a random man from New Orleans, so they started doing that. And to me, I started to see it as a good birth control ad, like really being realistic to the girls, letting them know that having a baby and being a single mama is not pretty, okay? And so I was on board with it. And plus, as I was going, through her TikTok, I also saw that she breastfed her baby. And so, because at first when I saw a random man from Atlanta in front of the baby, I'm like, girl, are you resentful of the baby? Are you mad at the baby because the way she frowned up and looked at the baby? But I saw her breastfeeding her baby, having one-on-one time with her baby. And I have never known a mother who is neglectful, who breastfeed. Okay, now I done seen, just because you don't breastfeed don't mean you're neglectful, but I never seen a neglectful mother breastfeed. I just haven't. I never seen a mother who mistreats her kids, doesn't do right by her kids, doesn't love her kids, don't care about a kid, breastfeed. They don't do that. It just don't work, okay? That doesn't mean that if you don't breastfeed that you don't love, because, a couple of my kids I didn't, and then one of my kids I did, okay? Or partially. I did full time for one kid. One kid I kind of partially did it, okay? My first one I didn't at all, okay? That didn't mean I didn't love him. It's just that it hurt, okay? And the suction was too strong, and then he got to the point, it was just too much. It was too much, okay? But either way, and I was, girl, immature mind. But as I wised up and became a wiser mother, I decided, yeah, it's the best thing to give my kid, the breast milk. So, and that's what I did. But with Morgan, I saw her doing that, so I felt like, yeah, she loved her baby, and that just a TikTok, okay, she was just doing. Well, of course, out the blue, here come the random man from Atlanta. She never said his name. She started to profit off him, and I think you make money off TikTok. I don't know if people make money on TikToks or not, but she started doing her own little clothing line because he left behind a little t-shirt clothing press thing. So she started making little clothing lines, little sayings for the baby, okay? And I think that's just why not? Why not profit off your pain? It's some women who sit there and be in pain and continue to cry and be depressed and then take it out on the kids. Why not turn that to sunshine? Why not turn those lemons to lemonade? So I'm here for it. So I was here for, at this point, I was a Morgan fan, okay? And then here come old random man from Atlanta. He came out and made himself known because she was talking that he was watching her TikTok. So I knew he was going to come out the woodworks eventually. Because at first she was saying that he wanted to come back. And then the comment section was telling her, no, girl, don't let him come back because he's going to come back and rob you blind. Take everything from you this time, including your fame, and then leave. Okay? And still leave you with that baby. So everybody was saying that, and then I guess he read the comment section. Then the next time she made a TikTok, he was talking mean to her again, which was gonna be expected. So I guess because he felt like because he had a TikTok all along, but nobody didn't care about it. So he came out the blue and admitted that he was the random man from Atlanta, and he said he's not so random. And as of today, he just made another TikTok with his driver's license out. The desperation, girl, the funky musty desperation. Now he got his Georgia license out saying that I'm not so random from Atlanta. He said he not the random dude from Atlanta. He the not so random dude from Atlanta. Girl, I'm so done with these men trying to clout chase, trying to take everything from you. See, they can't stand to see you prosper after they leave you high and dry. They want to leave you high and dry, and they want to look back on your Instagram and see you complaining. They want to see you being put down. They want to see you looking raggedy. They want to see you looking bad. They want to see people not supporting you. They want to see you looking fat. They want to see you single and just, like she say, single and ashy. Okay, but instead she turned her pain around. So now he want a part of the piece of the pie because he said he's either share custody with him, I guess, so he now can have the baby on his TikTok so he can make money or whatever. Or, but in other words, he's trying to take away from her money. He's trying to take away from her. And then, so, who knows, he probably going to go to court. You know, they don't go to court to fight for custody, but I bet you he'll try to go to court and say he want custody of the baby or have custody or something like that to kind of mess up her money, mess up her situation. And then, once he get the baby, neglect the baby, apparently. Okay, allegedly, which I'm sure nobody going to give him a baby because he's very random. Okay, if you go to his TikTok, you can see he is very random. Even if you know him, you know he random. Okay, so let's pull some cards. We're gonna pull some cards now that you guys are all clicked up to what's going on or caught up. We're gonna pull some cards on Morgan, okay, and then we're gonna pull some cards on this random man from Atlanta. Okay, we're gonna see, you know, because Morgan told her story. Okay, why would she lie? Because her story is not glamorous, it's not beautiful. Okay, she got caught up with a random man. Okay, if anything, if you know anything about moving out on your own, I don't know if that was her first time moving out on her own, but if anybody's story, if you ever got caught up with a random man somewhere, you probably got caught up when you first moved out with your first place. Okay, and the random man saw you and saw a victim, a parasite, but you thought he saw somebody he wanted and he couldn't resist. And then he kept on coming around until you start to like him. Okay, and then now all of a sudden this random man is coming around all the time when he's still random because you really don't know him. Okay, and then now all of a sudden you find out later on that he been a homosexual the whole time. Okay. Now, she claimed he had an apartment downstairs, but I bet you he was roommating up with people, okay? Which means he saw her as somebody that he can finally have his own place. But then just to get with her caused her to lose her place where she had to go live with her parents. And then once he got with the parents, of course, the parents going to see him for who he really is, okay? Not for who Morgan see him as, because she got the rose-colored glasses on. Her parents probably saw him for who he really was and putting that pressure on him to make him stand up and be a real man. And he had to go back to where he, you know, can go and not be a real man, which is back to a baby mama. Okay. So let's see. We're going to pull some cards and see what is the energy around Morgan when it comes to her random man from Atlanta. And what's the energy around him when it comes to Morgan. Okay. And what's his intentions. So let's get into it. Divine Angels, give me the best cards from this deck to describe what is Morgan's current energy when it comes to her random man from Atlanta. Now you can tell the way she talk about him. She would prefer if she had her way and it wasn't trending like this and he wasn't embarrassing her. She probably would take him back. Okay, you know, because a woman gonna try to make her family work, and all along he just coming back to make sure he get everything else that he didn't snatch the first time. Okay, he gonna come take everything from her and still leave that baby. Okay, so we're gonna see what is Morgan's energy when it comes to the random man in Atlanta. How does she feel about him? Okay, we're gonna take these 3 cards and then let's see how the random man up in Atlanta feel about Morgan. Okay, now let's see how the random man in Atlanta feel about his daughter, his 6th daughter, because he got 6 kids. Okay, the 6th daughter would be the daughter with Morgan. Let's see, how did the random man feel about his daughter? Okay, so we got some cards for how he feel about his daughter. We got daughter, we got Morgan, we got the man, the random man. Okay, so let's pull the card. Let's see how Morgan feel about this random man. Okay, well, she still got some type of sorrow for him. Okay, she still got some type of theatrical feelings, or she may be over the top for him. And okay, this also speaks about depression and nightmares. So she probably having some depression, okay, for how he left her and how she feeling. Like I said, she probably having some regrets about being a single baby mother. Those are real TikToks, okay? Even though she, you know, trying to be funny and being sarcastic and all that, and hopefully can help some girls. But if you go to her comment section, some of the girls are already pregnant, already got kids already, and they still think the baby adorable. So it's like, it's not a birth control method. The girls are still talking about they want little Gigi. Okay, that's the baby name. She is adorable though, and she's like a good baby. But it says she having nightmares, so which means she probably still having trauma for what she went through with him, what she gonna go through, because she can see that her future. And that doesn't mean that she's not gonna have a bright future, but that bright future gonna come with struggles. You guys know that, okay? Okay, you're not gonna always have a babysitter to go to important meetings. Okay, you're not gonna always have, and even when you do have babysitters, can you really trust them and rely on them? Okay, is your baby always safe when you're not around? Okay, and then when you are around, are you being, we still have our doubts about being a mother. We want to be the best that we can be. We want to improve. Okay, so it's always a challenge when it comes to a mother and protecting that child. Okay, and that's just the small little internal stuff. Better yet, trying to keep her, from bumping her head, from getting into sockets, from getting into danger, to, all things. Okay. So it's a lot of depression that comes, that I feel like Morgan experienced maybe on her downtime, because when you up and doing things, you ain't got time for it. Okay, you got to be up and you got to be working, you got to be busy, and you got to be doing it. It's your downtime, which is your peace time. Sometimes you realize, yeah, this ain't it. Okay, so we got sorrow here, and we got waiting. Okay, sister girl waiting on something. So is she waiting on him? She waiting on the time, right? Waiting on her time to shine. But it's almost like, look at the rope. Okay, so it's almost like a noose. Okay, and you know what that means. Okay, if it almost feel like, that's heavy depression. And her baby's still young, so it could be postpartum too. But we got estrangement. Oh, yeah, she feel neglected. She feel abandoned. Okay, she feel like an estranged wife. Okay, her husband, baby daddy left her high and dry. See, cards ain't lying. And but the thing about it is, Morgan is speaking about it, but maybe she ain't speaking about everything she's going through, everything that she's experiencing. But it's a lot of grief here for Morgan when it comes to this baby daddy girl. Okay, so yeah, she got sorrow, depression. She waiting on something. Okay, she probably waiting on him, waiting on the depression to leave, waiting on. We're going to see what she waiting on. Okay, but him, he see her as the destiny, honey. And but look at this card, though. Okay, she your destiny, okay? But look at the girl that's sitting in the chair. It's almost like he want to handicap her. He want to leave her with no destiny. Look at the X. The X marks the spot. So it's almost like she could be a come up, but also, just like most men think, they're going to come up off of you and leave you high and dry. Okay? Leave you disabled, baby. Leave you handicapped. Okay? Okay? Try to take away your destiny because they don't have one. And they also, look at the chair. They also take away your time. Okay? They claim that, oh, you running out of time. Nobody going to want this. You this old. You that old. You that this. So playing with her time as well. And look at her just sitting there innocently. Okay. So yeah, he see her as destiny, baby. He probably see all women like that, not just her. Okay, a come up. Okay, a dreamer. Look, he got that dreaming. Okay, he gonna need somebody to invest in his black business. He the Megan Thee Stallion of Atlanta, I guess, honey. So he the dreamer, baby. But look at him dreaming. Okay. Ain't doing nothing. Somebody pulling him along. He come up with the dreams while somebody else do all this, do everything. And that's something that sometimes women do. They put on the cape. They see the man. He want to dream to drive trucks. What she do? She go out there try to get his credit right, just for him to mess it up. She go out there just to buy him a truck, just for him to drive off in the truck with to another woman's house. Pay for his schooling just for him to be educated and then be too good for you. Okay, so yeah, we got the dreamer here. Okay, he dreaming, but there's some restrictions here. Now, what type of restrictions? You see, there's some type of restrictions, and I don't know if there's some type of sexual restriction, masculine and feminine restrictions. Okay, but it's definitely some heavy burdens here that he feel like he carrying. And so so when a man carry heavy burdens, he try to find a woman to take those heavy burdens off. Okay, we'll see. Yeah, we got curiosity, baby. Okay, we got curiosity, honey. So now with this card right here, now this card in this case, I see it as somebody losing their head or losing their brain over money. I mean, over nickels and dimes, baby. Somebody that's not even, that may not even, because look, the top of the head is missing. So it's like, do you even have the knowledge? Okay, you the dreamer, okay, and then you also have so many restrictions in your life. But then he see Morgan as somebody that can take those restrictions off. Like, let's say if he owed child support, he feel like the baby moms can take the restrictions off when he can take the restrictions off by taking care of his kid. But no, he'll just call and gaslight her, probably go over there, romance her until the court date comes, and then she go to court and say, no, I don't want to put him on child support. And then the judge said, are you sure? Because you're not going to be able to come back and put him on it later on. And she's like, no, she think it's romantic. He done did what he did the night before or the months before, because he can act right, but they can act right when they want to, but that's only when they have to. Like, they have to act right for the court date. Soon after the court date over with, girl, after they walk out the courtroom, you'll see the real them, okay? I done seen it before, honey. Working in the court system, I done seen it. It's like, but really, he come in barely acting nice because he still be having that attitude, okay? And she think that, oh, he nice, he just mad because he coming in. No, girl, he barely can hold out being nice to you just to come in court, just so you can say that you don't want to put him on child support or you want to reduce the child support. And then as soon as you leave out the court, he pretty much tell you to go on with that, okay? He go with his real girl. Sometimes they even, girl, don't even get me started. Okay, but now let's see what he feel about his baby. Okay, we want to know how did he feel about baby, because he feel like, the girls will come up. Okay, he go in and make the girls lose their head, have the girls curious about them. He may be curious about them. He go in and pick up every dime from them. Okay, he go in with no brain power. It's just like the brain just done fell out the head, baby. And that kind of what happens to the girls too. Okay, the girls kind of lose. It's like the girls go against their intuition, okay? I've been guilty of it before, girls. I ain't trying to put nobody down. Back in my younger days, yes, the intuition was, intuition, but I just didn't listen to it. And then when you do that, you get this bipolar-like feeling. You start feeling like you're bipolar because you're trying to believe your man, okay, the man in your life at that time, but your intuition telling you he lying. Okay, and you trying to believe him, your intuition telling you another thing, girl. That's bipolar in the making, baby. Okay, whenever a man got you feeling bipolar, you need to leave. Okay, unless you've been diagnosed, girl. Okay, so let's see how he feel about this baby, his sixth baby. He's indifferent about it. Okay, he in negotiations, baby. And a man, until he finally get that final DNA, baby, they're going, is it even mine? They'll throw it up in your face. And you can tell this baby looked like him. The baby looked like her too, but when he came out and became not so random, yeah, the baby looked like him. So, but he's indifferent to it when it comes to the baby, and that's so sad. That's so sad. So, I don't know if you feel like you need to go talk to a lawyer, you need to go talk to somebody, honey, but he's sitting across the table, baby. He in negotiations. But there's hope, okay? And I like to see that little flower there. Now, that could be Morgan holding that flower for hope. But look at him down there holding a rock heart, okay? He like, if he do come into the baby life, he going to be like that anchor to pull down the hopes and the dreams, baby. He ain't going to be that light butterfly. That light, what you call it, balloon. Okay, but it's hope there. So, he may come in with the lightness, because they come in being lighthearted. They come in, I miss my baby, I miss you, I want to be a family man. Okay, just to come in, just to sink the ship. Okay, while you up there flying high, you think everything good. He down there sinking the ship. He down there putting a hole in your ship. He down there loading it up with borders and rocks and bricks. He throwing bricks at your house and hiding his hand. And then he looking up at you being jealous. It's like you can't win for losing. And then you over there oblivious to it because you over there riding high off hope. When he over there sinking the ship. Okay? So be careful with hope. Okay? Who you hoping with? What are you hoping on? Okay? because this person could be indifferent to your hope. Okay, when you up there flying high, he over there hoping. When you ain't got no hope and you done with him, here he come with the hope in the highlights and the balloons and the selling you a dream. Okay, remember he sell dreams up here. He sell dreams, but there's restrictions to his dreams. Okay, but he's selling you the hope. So there's hope when it comes to baby. He will come in and use that baby as a hope to come in and a hope to sink you. Okay, because there's gonna be conflict, baby. Conflict around money, conflict on everything. Okay, he coming in standing on money, but is that legal money? Is it your money? Okay, it ain't even his money. Okay, but either way go, money aside, no money. Okay, standing on money, standing on no money, legal money. It's just like conflict on top of conflict, girl. All in your face, thinking they better, thinking they the great white hope. And they just bring in conflict, okay? Conflict with the bricks, okay? Either he's selling you a dream, selling you a hopes, or sinking your ship, but very indifference. And this is when it comes to his baby. So that just shows you how they come in and use the baby as some type of anchor to come in and sink you when they indifference to it anyway, okay? They're not coming in where the love at, okay? And then why conflict? Just to cause conflict, to come in, I want to see my baby. In other words, I want to see who in your house so that I can tell them to leave because my baby here. So I can see what you're doing so I can regulate you and say you a mother when he out there doing all type of stuff as a father. Okay? But I guess he's not supposed to be regulated. Okay? He's not supposed to. He's supposed to be out there doing what he's supposed to do because he said he's not so random. But at the beginning of the day, he's going to leave you with sorrow and grief and leave you waiting. Okay? A cycle of that. Just for him to come in and sink your ship. And then, guess what? It's cycles of sinking your daughter's ships too. Okay? So it's cycles. Because what your daughter see you go through, she go through. Because if she think it's okay for you to go through it and you allow her to see it, then she going to think it's okay for her to go through it too. Even though she may be looking at you in her younger age and kind of like embarrassed and feel like, why is my mom going through this? I would never go through this. For her to go and meet somebody that's just like her daddy to put her right through it, okay? And even though she said she didn't want to go through it, because I'm sure Morgan never agreed to it either, okay? So it's cycles that keep on going unconsciously, okay, because of who you're dealing with and what you've seen growing up. So let's see where we at. Let's give everybody some advice, even him, girl, even a random man. So let's give Morgan some advice. When you come to this random man in Atlanta. Okay, I'm going to give you those two cards, Miss Morgan. And then let's give this random man in Atlanta some advice. Okay, because, girl, you got to help the boys because the boys still getting mixed up with the girls, okay? And they mixing up with the good girls, okay? They don't want the bad girls. They say they too good for the girls that in the hood with them. They want the good girls. So they coming in messing up the good girls, turning them bad, okay? And then the bad girls over there saying, well, that's what you get. So, okay. So let's see what advice for him. Now, let's see what's the advice for Miss Morgan. Okay. She needs to be the blue heron. Okay. It speaks about make a stand for what you believe in, Miss Morgan, and do what you feel right is right, in spite of any judgment or disapproval of others. Get your bag, girl. Okay, because you're creating an audience for yourself. You over there setting trends. Okay, now that trend, I feel like the baby mamas are pretty much telling the other girls, take your birth control. They literally say it, take your birth control. Okay, they said if you're gonna go out and have fun, don't have too much fun because this is what fun gonna lead to. Okay, I'm here for the message. Okay, especially girl, I want my daughter to hear it. Okay, because these cute little babies that's on these girls' hips, yes, they cute, but they grow up to be almost like sometimes reflections of the father. Okay, and you'll start hearing mothers say that to their sons sometimes when their sons start acting. The first time they see a sign of their father, they tell them, you acting like your daddy. But it's just like, that's funny because you've been talking about daddy bad this whole time. So when you start relating the bad talk that you had with daddy to your son now son just picked up everything you just been saying this whole time, whether you calling him random or not. Okay, so it matters. So definitely make sure you have a baby with somebody that you want to have a baby with, okay, that you don't mind raising. Because do you think Morgan want to raise this random man? Okay, just imagine she had a son by him. So it speaks about she needs to make a stand for what she believe in, no matter what nobody else say, whatever Twitter say, whatever TikTok say. Because they even said, they were like, girl, they over there dragging you on TikTok. She's like, you can't drag me. She already done been dragged. Okay, she said she's trying to make light out of this dragging that she done already been through. And I'm like, get it, Morgan. Speak up for yourself. Okay. So next is like the war is, honey. Now it says remain vigilant, Morgan, about the current situation, because this dude right here could be unhinged. So you need to really look out for yourself and look out for what's going on in your life and be vigilant, okay? Because he random, but he could be unhinged, and then his unhingedness can, can be doing to team too much. So she needs to be vigilant about the current situation and pay attention to the signs and the omens, and pay attention to the signs and the omens, which means the good and the bad signs that's coming to you, and let them dictate your choices. Okay. Now for him, it said he needs to be the penguin. He needs to. This is the period of darkness that you've been experiencing is now passing. So he experienced darkness right now. Okay, and most demons do. When you got demon ways, you're on demon time. You're gonna experience a dark time. Okay. But they say it's passing for him. So is he about to go viral too? Okay. Is he about to get TikTok money? Okay. He said he about to come to the light, baby. He said he not random. He said he the Wolverine. It says you a lot tougher than you think you are. Okay. So even the card said he a little wuss, but it says he putting on for the city. And it says, he's a lot tougher. So you need to pretty much stand up and pay his child support. And get a job, go to construction, okay? Go out there in that sun and work in that construction in Atlanta, okay? They're constantly doing some construction. Go out there and get a job, okay? Pay your child support. Stand up like a man, okay? If you claim you paying, and then the sad thing, he done posted that he paid his child support with this girl card. You not paying child support with this girl card, boy. If anything, she paying child support to you. And you the child. Girl, we done with the reading. So that's going to be the reading for Morgan and the Random Man in Atlanta, okay? Talk to you later, girl. Catch me on the next one. Bye.